before the playoffs even began. An NBA playoffs, by the way, that he has yet to participate in his career.
Imagine it's late at night. The arena lights are glowing softly above the hardwood floor. Fans settle into their seats. Conversations echo quietly through the building. And somewhere in the crowd, thousands of people are about to witness something they will remember for years. They don't know it yet, but tonight isn't just another NBA game. Tonight is the night Victor Wembanyama truly announces himself to the basketball world. Before we begin, dim the lights, get comfortable, and if you enjoy relaxing NBA stories told at night, make sure you're subscribed. This channel is all about the legends, the moments, the mysteries, and the unforgettable nights that shaped basketball history. Now let's slowly drift into the story. Victor Wembanyama entered the NBA carrying a level of hype rarely seen in professional sports. Long before he played his first game, basketball fans were already debating where he would rank among the game's greatest players. Analysts called him a once-in-a-generation talent. Scouts struggled to find comparisons. At over 7 feet tall, he moved with the grace of a guard, handled the basketball like a wing, and protected the rim like an elite center. It sounded impossible. Yet every clip from France seemed to confirm the same thing. Victor wasn't simply different. He was something basketball had never seen before. The expectations surrounding him were enormous. Every move he made was analyzed. Every game became national news. Fans filled arenas just to watch him warm up. Opposing players wanted to test themselves against him. Some hoped the hype would prove exaggerated. Others secretly feared it wasn't exaggerated enough. As the season progressed, Victor showed flashes of brilliance. There were games where he blocked shots that looked impossible to reach. Nights when he hit three-pointers from well beyond the arc. Moments when he dribbled coast to coast like a point guard despite towering over everyone else on the floor. But there is a difference between showing flashes of greatness and taking over the NBA. The league had seen talented rookies before. It had seen promising stars before. To truly take over, a player needs a moment. And then that moment arrived. The game itself didn't begin with fireworks. The pace was steady. The crowd buzzed with anticipation but remained patient. Early possessions looked ordinary. Teammates moved the ball around the perimeter. Defenders fought through screens. Coaches shouted instructions from the sidelines. It felt like any other regular season matchup. Then Victor started finding his rhythm. First came a smooth jump shot. Nothing spectacular, just a reminder that he could score from virtually anywhere. A few possessions later came a defensive play. An opposing player attacked the basket with confidence, only to see Victor appear out of nowhere and send the shot into the stands. The crowd erupted. It was the kind of block that changes the energy inside an arena. As the game continued, something unusual happened. The opposing team began altering its entire strategy. Players hesitated before driving into the paint. Guards looked over their shoulders, aware that Victor could erase mistakes in an instant. Every possession became a mental challenge. They weren't just playing against 5 defenders anymore. They were playing against the fear of what Victor might do next. By halftime, fans could sense something special unfolding. Conversations filled the concourse, phones lit up with messages, social media clips spread across the internet. People who weren't watching started tuning in. Basketball fans have a way of recognizing when history might be happening. The second half transformed curiosity into certainty. Victor began dominating every area of the game simultaneously. He scored with elegant fadeaways. He knocked down outside shots with confidence. He grabbed rebounds over multiple defenders. Most impressively, he controlled the game's tempo without ever appearing rushed. For someone so young, his composure felt remarkable. Each possession seemed to add another layer to the performance. A spinning move here, a chase down block there, a perfect pass leading to an easy basket. The game slowed down around him while he continued moving effortlessly through it. The crowd's reaction evolved throughout the night. At first, fans cheered. Then they gasped. Eventually, many simply laughed in disbelief. There are moments in sports when athletes perform feats that seem to bend reality. Victor was entering that territory. Even experienced commentators struggled to describe what they were seeing. What made the performance so fascinating wasn't just the statistics, it was the feeling. Every touch of the basketball carried suspense. Every defensive possession held the possibility of another highlight. Fans weren't watching the scoreboard anymore. They were watching Victor. Across the country, viewers sitting on couches and scrolling through sports channels stopped what they were doing. Former players began posting reactions. Analysts started discussing historical comparisons. Opposing fans found themselves applauding despite rooting for the other team. That's often the sign of a truly special performance. It transcends team loyalty. As the fourth quarter arrived, the atmosphere inside the arena felt electric. The crowd knew they were witnessing more than a great game. They were witnessing a glimpse of what the NBA might look like for the next decade. Victor continued attacking. He showed no signs of fatigue. Defenders rotated toward him. Double teams appeared. None of it seemed to matter. Every challenge simply created another opportunity for him to display a different skill. One possession captured the entire night perfectly. He secured a rebound, pushed the ball up the floor himself, crossed into the front court, and delivered a play that looked more suitable for a guard than a 7'4" superstar. The crowd exploded. Even teammates could be seen smiling in amazement. The beauty of sports is that sometimes a single night changes perception forever. Before this game, Victor Wembanyama was viewed as a future superstar. After this game, many began wondering if the future had already arrived. The performance sparked conversations throughout the basketball world. Could he become the face of the league? Could he redefine what was possible for players of his size? Could he eventually join the ranks of the greatest players in NBA history? Those questions suddenly felt less like speculation and more like realistic possibilities. For older fans, the night carried echoes of previous eras. Some remembered watching young legends announce themselves to the world. The first time they saw greatness reveal its full potential. Whether it was a young superstar taking control of a playoff game or a future Hall of Famer delivering a career-defining performance, those moments become permanent memories. Victor's night felt similar. Not because it guaranteed future championships, not because it guaranteed MVP awards. Basketball history teaches us that nothing is guaranteed. Injuries happen, circumstances change, careers take unexpected turns. But every legendary journey has a chapter where the world begins paying closer attention. For Victor Wembanyama, this was one of those chapters. Long after the final buzzer sounded, fans remained in their seats. Some replayed highlights on their phones. Others simply looked around the arena, trying to appreciate what they had witnessed. They understood that years from now, when Victor's career reaches new heights, they might look back on this night and say, "That was when I knew." As the arena slowly emptied and the lights began to dim, the feeling remained. The NBA had seen countless stars over the decades, yet every so often, someone arrives who makes even the impossible seem ordinary. That night, Victor Wembanyama wasn't just playing basketball. He was introducing a new vision of what basketball could become. And perhaps that's why the performance continues to resonate with fans. It wasn't merely about points, rebounds, or blocks. It was about possibility. It was about witnessing the boundaries of the sport expand in real time. As we reach the end of tonight's story, imagine those final moments once more. The quiet arena, the fading crowd noise, the scoreboard glowing in the distance, and somewhere in the building, a young superstar walking toward the locker room after delivering a performance that left the basketball world speechless. Thank you for spending part of your night here. If you enjoyed this relaxing NBA story, don't forget to subscribe for more late-night basketball tales featuring legends, rivalries, unforgettable games, and the moments that changed NBA history forever. Until next time, rest well, stay safe, and let the sounds of the game slowly fade into the night.